honestly.
Yeah, Ngak's kind of been like the only person to try pulling up with Olympia.
Yeah,
Just
I
about
believe
at
I
all.
commentated. I think I commentated Ngak last week.
Yeah.
on Olympia.
He did decent last week, then he got 5th. Madeline won with Olympia, but then she dropped her like right after winning. So
Ah, I see.
you know, make
Probably
of that
went
what you
back
will.
to the ABSA. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have here Jules Vale is gonna be the starter. Yeah, I've heard
Never would have seen that coming.
right? Yeah, it's so crazy. From what I've heard, this matchup is really pretty rough for Olympia.
Yeah, she kind of, in general, is going to have a really hard time with disjoint. It's going to be one of the main things that's going to beat her back, right?
Yeah.
So Sylvanos having the most disjoint in the game, and the longest disjoint in the game, it's going to be a challenge. Assuming that Tiny Sniper can actually keep Ngak out, though, which so far, he has been failing to do so.
Yeah, ooh! And that's
What a
what
catch.
happens when you fail to do so. You get upbeat. Or hit by another extraneous kill move.
Gotta love it. Going a little bit aggressive, trying to get some damage in and get this game even again. But doesn't find too much. Misses the same side B tech chase again.
Yeah. But Ngak's not parrying the pedal wave so far, so he hasn't actually been punished too hard as you really should be if you're doing that assault.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's one of those things you just kind of need to be aware of. Otherwise, you're going to get hit by stuff like this all the time.
And that's what happened. There's definitely, merit to doing pedal wave as a mix-up, but if the Sylph's doing it all the time like Tiny Sniper is, you want to just DI down and out and parry that. And that's what Ngak's really got to start doing. Sylph has a lot of those, like, kind of knowledge checks within a lot of his combos.
Yeah, he really does. Just like some of those confirms, like side B into up strong. Uh-oh. Okay, I get really scared when I see the accidental B reverse.
Yeah.
Tiny Sniper has brought this game back in a pretty huge way, though. Went on the on the offensive, rather, and got a lot of damage in. And ended up killing with another up strong.
Yeah. Ooh.
Just kind of throwing him out, and Ngek is running into him a little bit. That one almost being another example of it. Okay, rolls through the pedal wave. It's your chance, gotta pressure the Sylve. Oh no, that is not the parry punish you want to see.
Yeah. Missing on opportunities like that's always going to be brutal, and just right after be falling, Game 1 going to Tiny Sniper.
I think, interestingly enough, like at the beginning of that game, we talked about how it's supposed to be rough for Olympia because of the disjoint, but like that what went wrong with that game was Ngak couldn't deal with Tiny Sniper's aggression.
Yeah.
Which is really funny for Sylvanos, actually. Just kept getting caught in that blender. But Air Armada is going to be the counter pick. I don't know how I feel about this, picking it as the Olympia, but you're gonna limit recovery options quite a bit, and you're gonna open up a lot of super strong horizontal kill options, as well as carrying people off the top platform. But you have to be careful of that if you're the Olympia too. Sylvanos is going to be looking for those up airs off that platform.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting. I mean, still definitely pretty solid here, but I also think Olympia's great here. The stage makes a lot of her kill confirms so much scarier.
Yeah, they definitely can. I worry about the flat stage, and I worry about just getting caught on the top platform. And so far, once again, Ngak eating so much percent when he tries to go in. I'm gonna restart the stream. Something.
Discord can be like that sometimes.
Yeah, that's a little better.
He's almost gonna kill off the top right there.
Yeah, it was really close. But once again, Tiny Sniper taking the first stock.
Ooh, down strong. Yeah, it's not really gonna be enough to kill. It's definitely extremely underwhelming.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's underwhelming. It's just so that's a move that you would use to catch like a burrow into the stage or something. Unfortunate SD, by the way, but
Yeah.
catching a burrow into the stage, it's really useful for stuff like that. Okay. God, what is happening?
I can like stop and restart it after.
Okay.
That might help.
Yeah, it's fine for a second, and then it starts getting pixelated, and like the audio starts desyncing, and I can't handle that.
Yeah, at that point I would just kind of mute it. I've been there. I have a lot of people's streams muted. It's like one time it was just really bad.
Yeah, it's evil.
Well, catching the air dodge, but not gonna have to go. That was really good DI from Tiny Sniper. It's always kind of scary to like just kind of DI hard out on the upbeat, but there's a lot of situations where I found that is actually kind of just the right answer, or at least a right answer.
Absolutely, it's one of those options where like if you don't DI horizontally, you're gonna go way too high, and that's always terrifying. It's a really scary move to DI.
Yeah.
But that one gonna kill, just too much drift towards the blast zone.
Definitely understandable. It's one of the, I want to say harder moves in the game TI, but definitely one of the like scarier and just generally weirder ones. There aren't too many characters that are like quite as good as Olympia, just dragging you into the blast zone.
Yeah, that's one of the things, right? It's like it kind of it brings you so far up towards it before actually launching you, so it's hard to know where to go.
There. All right.
All right, Fair's gonna do it. It was another story of a comeback.
But this time it's gonna be in Ngak's favor. 1-1. We have a bit of a set on our hands.
Just a bit of a set, though.
Just a bit, yeah.
FD, I like this counter pick a lot from Tiny Sniper. There's if this is open, I feel there's absolutely zero reason you should be hesitant to go here as a Sylvanas.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely some merit to like comfort sages and whatnot, but this is always going to be a good go-to yourself.
Absolutely, and like you could make an argument that it doesn't help your recovery, which is one of his weaker aspects, which is true. And a character like Eliana, Olympia is gonna have some great limb trapping, but I feel like just the massive flat stage is so beneficial for you. You just kind of have to take it. Oh, that's a death for Ngak. I think your internet might be dying by.
Might be. Let's see.
Yeah, you just sounded like a robot when you just said that, and also the Twitch stream is buffering.
Oh, is it? On my end, it says it's fine. It's weird.
That is very weird. It might be me then. I hope not.
I hope not too.
As long as the Discord stream remains watchable. Do I sound like a robot to you?
You sound fine on my end.
Okay.
Just gonna bite, staying a little bit too far. That was some pretty good crystal placement, though I think that Tiny Sniper might have been able to break it if he controlled this position well enough.
Yeah, and also the pedal wave breaking it when it's too close to the ground is something I didn't even consider.
Yeah.
Which I guess is like a situation that doesn't happen super often because the Olympia will short hop and throw it a lot.
Yeah.
But like just throwing it on the ground like that. Got the Olympia pushed off stage, goes for the F strong and it actually connects with the last hit. This is where you gotta make it happen. Goes for the up strong, but Ngak was way too far in.
He's not quite gonna hit. I'm saying, like, now that Sylphs is such a high percent and tanking all this damage, I mean, Olympia should have ways to kill Sylph here, but it might take, you know, another, like, 30-40% with how heavy Sylph is, and that's giving him a lot more chances just with these little, like, these small hits on you.
Indeed. Uh-oh. Oh no, it's happening again. I can't see the game.
Oh.
This is a terrible night for this to happen.
It is. But terrible night for a curse.
So true. That's a video game reference.
It is. A beat. No, air dodging. Not gonna hit. The eye from Sniper has been really solid right now.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Not really dying to anything too unreasonable. Just Tiny Sniper looking for this last hit. Got the Olympia at 150, 160 now, but still not gonna kill with up air. All right, see, it's kind of a underrated strat to just throw out up strong twice like that.
Yeah.
Because it has deceptively low end lag.
You know, it's really funny because that's like very similar to the advice when Mantis used to commentate a bunch with me. That was the same thing she'd always say, is like, don't charge up strong at the ledge, just like spam it. Do it twice.
Yeah, like throwing it out is or charging it, I mean, is a little bit telegraphed, but throwing it out twice, it happens way faster than people think.
It honestly does, and that's kind of the thing with a lot of Sylve Strongs, especially F Strong. Like, they both have very, like, F Strong and F Strong both have really high startup, but the end lag is not really there. It's kind of hard to whiff punish him for them.
Absolutely. The Trouble Pond counter pick from Engak. I think this is fine. I liked it for Olympia.
Yeah, I think that's one of the best ones you're gonna come up with. A lot of Sylves really hate the stage.
Yeah, which is a little confusing to me actually. That was really close to just straight galaxying off the top, by the way.
Yeah, I'm kind of stunned it didn't. I guess Sylve's weight just a little bit too high, or maybe the gravity being a little bit too high.
Yeah.
Either way.
I really like this stage for Sylve, actually, just because I think Sylve can do really well on triplats. Just is really good at catching people up there, especially because he has such good sharking tools. And also, this stage helps his recovery a lot, and you still have a lot of flat ground to play with. I think this stage is maybe not utilized for Sylve enough.
Hard to say. From what I remember, the stage actually has like the smallest amount of ground of any stage.
Yeah, what I mean by that is like the platforms don't cover it like other stages. So like you can still throw out flowers.
You kind of, as long as you're mindful of the top plat, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of hard to say though. I do think the stage can get really cramped for Sylve, and especially for a character like Olympia, where like it is nice for Sylve to be able to cover so much of the stage with all of his moves. But I think for a character like Olympia, where she struggles to get in, it's kind of nicer to just never like be able to be kept at full stage length, even if Sylve isn't really the best at doing that.
That's fair. Uh-oh. Alright, up air is finally gonna kill.
Yeah.
Against these heavier characters, it just takes forever.
It really can sometimes, yeah. That's the thing, like, you know, especially at lower levels, I think. Like, if it's gonna be harder to kill people and harder to get long combos, then weight becomes so important, because you can really force a war of attrition.
Yeah, you really can. And, like, these are both fairly heavy characters. I don't know who for certain is heavier, but probably Olympia.
It's definitely so, but Olympia's... She's a lot lighter than she was in, like, the beta and whatnot, than she was originally designed to be, but she's still heavier than, like, the other midweight characters.
That's fair.
So...
It doesn't matter how heavy you are, that would have killed for sure if it actually connected.
I thought it was gonna hit.
It was very close. He was right above it.
And Tiny Sniper able to find that stock. And the side B's, I like the attempt there with the side B, because being able to kind of combo it into itself is seemingly very important for Olympia. But you only really see it from, like, the top two.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, it's you have to know how to hit it. Like, it's one of those moves. It's based on the charge is the range, right? And so if you aren't familiar enough with it yet, you're gonna always end up missing or charging too long, and they can get out of it.
Yeah, and like I'm pretty sure the charge even affects the end lag. So there's a lot that goes into that awareness.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Engaktor's at the percent lead right now, and that up B is not going to be enough.
Yeah, just been doing a good job of keeping Tiny Sniper off the stage this last stock, but getting caught in the blender once again, and DIing into the Upstrong once again. We've seen quite a bit of that this set.
Yeah. You need to be careful of that, because a little bit higher percent, that can just spell your doom.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen... Oh, no.
Well, that wasn't exactly DIing into it, so...
It wasn't. But just no awareness on what Tiny Sniper was doing on the stage. I mean, just kind of air dodged right into it.
Yeah.
You gotta always be watching what your opponent's doing, especially a character that's gonna throw out big moves like that, like Sylvanas. I mean, you gotta see what they're doing, otherwise you're gonna do exactly that and just run into your doom. But Tiny Sniper taking it, and you said that was losers, right?
Yeah, let's lose his 8s.
Gotcha. So that means Engak out at 7th place. Oh boy, I can't wait to see what our next set is.
Yeah, it's gonna be, Doopy Doop versus Goody Goody, but, yeah, I don't know what happened with the replays there. That's funny.
Are they just not there, or?
They're the wrong set. Okay.
How does that...
Yeah, I
the
don't
wrong
know.
set?
They were the wrong set. They were a pool set, I'm pretty sure.
Like, one of them submitted one of their pool sets on accident?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, that is unfortunate.
I do have someone putting them in, so we'll be good to go in just a minute.
Incredible.
That one.